Fantasy football can be brutal. 1 minute, you've got a stacked roster. The next minute, your RB1 pulls a hamstring and you're scrambling on the waiver wire. Don't be that guy. Today, I'm breaking down 10 handcuff running backs you need to draft before it's too late. These are the guys who could win you your league as soon as a starter goes down. And some of them might not even need that to be fantasy relevant. And let's start with one of the sneakiest handcuffs in all of fantasy, Jordan Mason. This guy might not even need an injury to be relevant. Why? Because he could legit split early down and goal line work with Aaron Jones. Last season, filling in for Christian McCaffrey, he averaged 5.2 yards per carry. He ranked 9th in yards per touch, 11th in juke rate, and 4th in explosive rating. He's also built like a tank at 5'11", 223 pounds. And if Jones goes down, Mason could see 70 to 80% of the touches in this backfield. And by the way, the Vikings offensive line, it was better than the 49ers offensive line last year in run block win rate. This is one of those rare handcuffs that also can give you standalone value on any given week as a flex starter and has the upside to be a potential league winner should Aaron Jones go down with injury. Next up is Zach Charbonnet, the classic pure handcuff, but he's also one of the best pure handcuffs in the league. Last year when Kenneth Walker missed time, he played 95, 87, 79, and 79% of the snaps. During those games, he averaged 15.5 carries and had 20 total targets. His weekly finishes, running back 8, running back 7, running back 1, and running back 17. He also got 13 red zone touches in 4 games. That's absolute bell cow usage. Now, you know I love Kenneth Walker this year, and I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a monster season. But if Kenneth Walker misses time, Zach Charbonnet is an absolute RB1 for fantasy every week he gets a start. At number 3 is going to be Trey Benson. Now, I was all over Trey Benson last year. I thought he'd eat into James Conner's workload, but then 2 miracles happened. Number 1, Conner actually stayed healthy almost the entire year. And number 2, he was still very good at age 29. But look, Conner's turning 30 this year, and history says he won't make it through another season untouched. If he misses time, Benson is ready to dominate. This guy ran a 4.39 40 at 215 pounds. Last year, he averaged 5.1 yards per touch and posted a ridiculous 26.1% juke rate. He also had a 100% catch rate and 2.11 yards per route run, which would have ranked top 15 if he qualified. But even with a healthy Conner, I expect we see more Trey Benson this year. But if, or should I say when, James Conner misses time this year, Trey Benson is going to be a must-start running back every single game. At number 4, we got Rachaad White. And look, the Bucky Irving hype has absolutely crushed Rachaad White's value, but this guy is far from done. Last year, even with Bucky Irving taking over, this guy still managed 8 top 24 finishes. And when Bucky missed a game in week 14, he had 17 carries, 109 total yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Tampa Bay's offensive line has gone from complete garbage to 6th in run block win rate last year. And even with a healthy Bucky Irving, Rachaad White is still going to stay involved in the receiving game. But if Bucky misses time, White is a true workhorse once again. And don't forget, he's also in a contract year, which means extra motivation. I think Rachaad White is a must-draft late-round running back who also has some standalone value, but potential league-winning upside should Bucky go down. Coming in at number 5 is a running back I hope we don't see have any fantasy value this year, and that is Tyler Algier. Because if Bijan stays healthy, yeah, he's just collecting dust on the waiver wire. But if Bijan misses any time, we're talking about an every down back here in a run-heavy offense with a solid defense. Let's not forget, as a rookie, this guy ran for over 1,200 total yards and 4 touchdowns while playing in a terrible offense and splitting time with Cordero Patterson. This Falcons team is much better now with a much better defense. Yes, he's only a handcuff, but he's one of those handcuffs that if he's forced into a starter role, he could absolutely be a league winner. All right, let's talk upside. Let's talk rookies. Let's talk Bashal Tutin. This guy ran a 4.32 40 at 206 pounds. He's got a 30 BMI, so he's not just some little scat back. He also averaged 6.4 yards per carry last year on 183 rushes. He's got the size, speed, contact balance, and the receiving chops to do it all. Oh, and unlike a lot of rookies, this guy excelled in pass protection. Liam Cohen is going to absolutely love that. Yes, he's behind Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby for now. But injuries could change this at any time, and even without injuries, I think this guy could start to carve out a bigger role. This is another late-round running back that I think is going to give you standalone value, but also has tremendous upside should any injuries occur. And if you're ready to get your fantasy football fix on and start drafting right now, you got to check out UnderdogFantasy.com. They have best ball drafts going on all offseason long, including their flagship Best Ball Mania 6, which is going to make multiple millionaires in 2025. Just go to UnderdogFantasy.com, join using promo code ENDGAME, because not only is that going to get you a free pick that you can use among any sport, but also up to $1,000 in bonus cash that you can use to start drafting right now. All right, you know I love Tony Pollard this year, but let's not completely forget about Tyjae Spears. In weeks 15 through 17 last year, when Pollard was out or clearly banged up, Spears had 34 carries, 15 targets, and finished as a top 12 PPR running back in all 3 of those games. And that was in one of the worst offenses, one of the worst game scripts you could possibly have. With Cam Ward under center now, this offense and the game script should be much better, which means more opportunities for these running backs. Now, I still don't think he's going to be worth starting if Pollard is healthy. I mean, maybe a little bit of flex value, but we're talking desperation flex here. But again, if Pollard misses time, and this is not the biggest running back here, Tyjae Spears becomes a borderline must-start running back. This is a guy you've got to try to take late in your drafts if you can. Now, another running back who's probably going to need an injury to be relevant, but could absolutely blow up if he gets the chance, is Ray Davis. We only saw one game last year with James Cook out, but in that game, Ray Davis delivered. He played 62% of the snaps, had 20 carries, 3 catches, and 152 total yards. Now, if you're thinking maybe James Cook is going to hold out and Ray Davis is going to be his time, I'm going to pump the brakes on that because it doesn't sound like James Cook is going to hold out. But if James Cook does get hurt, Ray Davis becomes the lead back in one of the most efficient offenses in all of football. And because he didn't do anything as a rookie, he's kind of being forgotten in drafts, but don't overthink it. Stash Ray Davis on your bench just in case James Cook goes down. Now, you know I love CMC, but that doesn't mean I'm not drafting Isaac Guerendo late in my fantasy drafts. Last year, when both McCaffrey and Jordan Mason were out, Guerendo stepped up with 40 carries, 10 catches, 302 total yards, and 2 touchdowns in just 3 games. His weekly finishes over that span, running back 2, running back 21, and running back 11. This is a guy that ran a 4.33 40 at 221 pounds and posted a 7.1% breakaway run rate last year. Guerendo is a perfect running back handcuff to stash. This is a guy who can hit a home run on any given play in an offense that allows running backs to hit lots of home runs. You know I love Christian McCaffrey. You know I think he's going to be a league winner. But if he misses time, which isn't completely crazy thought here, Guerendo is going to be a must-add for that week or weeks. And then last, we've got Will Shipley of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, obviously he didn't do much as a rookie last year because, well, they had this guy named Saquon Barkley. But in week 18, with Barkley resting, Shipley handled 14 touchdowns and racked up 67 total yards. And don't forget, he was one of the best receiving backs in college, and the Eagles ran the most run plays per game last year behind a top 10 run-blocking offensive line. Barkley's coming off a historic season with a ton of touches. If he misses time, Will Shipley is going to step into the lead role with zero real competition, unless you somehow believe in A.J. Dillon or whoever Avery Williams is. Sure, he may not be the most talented guy on this list, but he's talented enough, and it doesn't matter because the situation is absolutely fantastic. Yes, he's going to do absolutely nothing with Saquon Barkley healthy, but if Saquon Barkley misses the time, Will Shipley is going to be the number 1 waiver wire ad in that week, no doubt about it. And while those 10 backup running backs could win you your league, you need way more than that if you're going to win your draft. But don't worry, we got you covered with our 2025 playlist right here.